This is Jo Delamore. I am talking to you from the woods of Colorado, beside this beautiful river, just waking up from her winter slumber on the very first day of spring. And I have a topic I want to talk with you today. It's about consciousness and what is alive and what's not alive. I've been coming across this conversation and topic in different ways, connecting with people and reading some pieces of books and articles and finding some things on the web, and finding it really interesting that modern science is starting to reinvestigate how they define what's alive and what's not alive, and that there's a real search currently to find out where exactly consciousness resides. And I always come back, whenever I come across this topic, I always come back to what I would consider to be the indigenous answer to this question. That is quite simply that everything is alive and everything has consciousness. Because we are all part of the one consciousness expressing itself through this beautiful display of life on this planet. This, and beyond this planet also. This web of existence, this web of life where we're all related. Every human, every animal, every plant, all the stones, the water, the air around you, all of these aspects of creation are our relatives, literally our brothers and our sisters in most of the indigenous philosophies. And I find that this is such an important piece to bring our attention back to, because our ancestors, the people who came before us, actually lived with this understanding for thousands and thousands of years. And it's only very recently that we've come to see the world around us as dead or non-living, as unintelligent, as inert, and just really here as resources for our disposal. And that we've come to see humans as being the sentinels of consciousness, that we are the ones with the intelligence. This is a very young understanding. This is a very young philosophy. And so I find that it's so important when these conversations come up to just remember a little bit back into our history and dig into or tap into that deep well of understanding that our ancestors lived with for thousands of years, that really everything is alive, that we are all related, that we all depend on each other deeply for our well-being. Not just that the earth and the other animals depend on us for their well-being, but also that we depend on them. And that we are in a constant exchange of information and a constant interconnected relationship. So I bring this up today from the middle of the woods here as I got a little freedom from my house, as I got out into the fresh air of the Colorado Rocky Mountains, as I got to walk in the forest with the trees and come sit by this river and get to really feel that aliveness of the natural world. And from this conversation, I want to invite you to do the same in any way that you can. To bust out beyond the boundaries of your defined reality, of the normal human construct that you move around in on your day-to-day life, from that tamed reality that you may come to be very comfortable and familiar with. I invite you to journey out beyond that, to go explore into a place, a natural place, maybe that you're unfamiliar with, because sometimes that helps us to awaken our senses, and to begin to look and listen and feel and see if you can sense and perceive the life and the consciousness in the natural world around you. I invite you to do this because I believe that the change that we are yearning for on this planet needs to start with each and every individual, and that every great change is started by an opening of perception. So I invite you to go explore and experiment with opening your perception, to recognize your brothers and sisters in the natural world, and to perceive the living, vibrant consciousness that exists there. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy your adventure. Blessings.